Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are located on Montgomery Road, a couple doors north of the original Montgomery Inn, across the street from Montgomery Recyclery. And I write a monthly blog. There's a very nice one and important one up right now called Living Life. And we do work on Facebook and Instagram. I thought I would go back and do something different in helping people understand record care. I've talked about record brushes, and we work with a company that makes phenomenal record cleaner. It's not cheap, but it does the job extraordinarily well. And what I thought I'd do is I would take just a given record, and while this is in excellent condition, it's not something that many people would want to own. So I don't feel bad about mucking this one up. And I've got glow-in-the-dark paint. And what I'm going to do is to show you what happens when records are not handled properly, and by yourself or someone in the household, where it can leave contamination. It's also a bit of a warning about when you buy used records, you're not exactly sure how it's been handled at all. So that's why record cleaners do have their place. And the thing I want to warn you about is I've seen some of the record shops when they get an album of may have dust and dirt on it, they cheat. And what they do is they get out something like Glass Plus, because it doesn't have the ammonia in it like Windex. They spray it on the record, and they take a cloth and then run it around so it looks nice and shiny, but now you've got all this crap run into the groove. So used record shops do play the game. Be aware of that. They're not all sugar and spice and everything nice sort of thing. So rather than being ridiculously aggressive in how much is on my hands, what I'm going to do is just put a little dab or so on this paper towel. And of course we have to remove the obligatory safety seal. And we're getting there. There we go. And we'll just set that off to the side. Now we'll take a little bit of this, and we're going to pour it on the paper towel. We're going to wipe it there. Because if I put a huge amount of goo on it like I was putting mayonnaise, well, you'd have an idea that I was kind of cheating and over-exaggerating. So now I'm going to put my fingers in it, and it's like mayonnaise. Then I'm going to wipe it pretty much off. And if you're handling a record, what you want to do is hold it from the edge. You may take your pinky, go into the center to provide a stable platform, your thumb on the edge, and another finger to the side. I've seen it, even in my store, people handle it like it's a hamburger. Okay? And so here we are, and I've handled it every which way, with very little on me. And now we're going to highlight it, because this is glow-in-the-dark paint. And we're just going to light it up. And it turns out the room lights for a second here. Okay, so what we want to show you is what happens with fingerprints. And as you can see from the various areas where I had my hands, there we are. This is where my fingers were on the record surface itself. Inexpensive record cleaners will typically just smear this all over the place. Record brushes really won't address it all real well either. You may have to get into what we consider to be a more professional record cleaner to simply lift this sort of contamination away. And dust and stuff can do this. Keep in mind that we've seen records that have been handled by people who after they ate a hamburger and Lord knows what. And so that grease and that type of contamination is also all over the record. We'll pause for a second and turn the lights back on. So I thought we'd give you a visual presentation of what record contamination looks like under conditions where you can expose it. And if you want to see if there's really any sort of real wicked contamination, one of the things that you can pick up, you can pick them up at the pet store, are their little handheld lights that help you find, particularly cat urine. They're $15 or $20. You could probably get them on the web for $5. Those are basically UV lights as well. And that might show you how much contamination is actually on the record itself. There might not be any, and there might be a lot. It's up to you as to whether you want to go after it or not. Whether it has a sonic impact, potentially can be. Is it going to accumulate on the stylus? For sure. And of course, it's then going to affect how well the stylus hits the groove walls. So we thought we'd do something a little different. I hope you all enjoyed it. We kind of thought about it. Next time I'll probably do something with a powder, and so that you can see even something as innocent as what it looks like to be dust can really play havoc. So there we are. Hope you like the approach, and we'll come up with more ideas.